Hello everybody and welcome back to the MTG Bulk Mythic YouTube channel. We are recording the last 10 packs out of that set booster box that I opened earlier ago. See what those last few packs are. Again, the set booster packs are the ones for the pack crackers, so we are going to crack some packs. I also am a big fan that draft packs are for drafting. I'll go into that more later in another video. And if you are enjoying the content, please follow the channel, subscribe, like, share, all those great things to let people know that we're out here, enjoying our hobby together. All right, so without further ado, go ahead and start cracking packs. As I open this first one, just like with the last video, there will be a giveaway at the end of this one. I am a fan of Magic the Gathering. I am also a fan of The Walking Dead, so I am one of those terrible people who gave Wizards of the Coast some of my money to purchase some secret layers. So however, I do not play Magic the Gathering online. I play Arena, I play paper. So if you would like the opportunity to receive one of those codes, then I will explain at the end of the video how we're going to go about doing that. So our first rare here in this pack is Maul of the Skyclaves. It is 2 generic and a white for an artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, you can attach it to a creature you control, which is basically every artifact in this set, which I think is pretty cool. Basically turns these into sorceries or enchantments, more likely, that you can re-equip later. But you do not have to pay that first equip cost if you already have a creature in play. And the equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and first strike. I almost said encrypt. We might as well call it that for all intents and purposes because it's an equipment that enchants. We'll just go with that and pretend that I didn't flub that. So, and then we have the insect creature token. Again, if you don't get enough of those and say you need plenty more, TC's Rockets made some of their own. They're pretty hilariously cute. They're a little praying mantis, so check them out, not just for your tokens, but also for your sealed and singles needs. They have an online store, they have an in-store store. You can curbside pick up whatever you want to do. They got what you need there. So moving through, I'm recording this one on the evening after the 2020 Grand Finals, so don't be afraid to leave a comment down below about what you thought of that tournament, considering that 5 of the top 8 were Omnath decks and that all 3 of the non-Omnath were, or what I'm calling the non-Oms, were eliminated first. I'm looking forward to a ban tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Our first rare is a Maddening Cacophony, 1 generic, 1 blue for sorcery with kicker of 3 generic and a blue. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If it was kicked, each opponent mills half their library, rounded up instead. Good mill tool. I would probably have something to exile graveyards as well, because if you're playing Commander, which this says each opponent, so probably better in Commander, I would not want that recursion deck to just get that much fuel, because I played a spell that helped them. Foil Canopy, Baloth, and an ad card on both sides. Thank you, Wizards. Couldn't even get a throwaway token, just had to tell me to buy more of their product twice on the same side, on opposite sides of the same piece of cardboard. There's Nissa art card, looking amazing. This is my girl. She's a little crazy, but that's okay. Alright, another Linvala, just like in the last third. Looking to see more of this card, believe it or not, if Omnath gets banned. And then we have a foil rare, Inscription of Abundance. So this is 1 generic and a green for an instant. It has kicker of 2 and 1 green. Choose 1. If it was kicked, you may choose any number instead. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures they control, and target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So it's 2 mana to pick one of those, and it's a grand total of 5 mana to pick one or all of them. And we have a set card, M10 Fabricate. 2 generic and a blue for a sorcery. Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library. Tutor for an artifact. For 3 mana, well, I can't say it's terrible. I really don't have a lot of experience in it, but might be interesting, might be playable in like a Voltron strategy. I don't know if there are any affinity commander decks out there, but tutors are tutors. Everybody needs them in Commander to go find that one card out of your 99, right? Looking through here, not a whole lot exciting. Getting to what looks like our first of multiple rares is Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. We've seen this a couple of times. It's a 4/4 for 6 with Flying, Death Touch, and Haste, but it costs less for each creature in your party. So those 4 subtypes are important here, and then other creatures you control have Death Touch. And when a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. And our other rare is Isharn, Implacable Earth. 4/4 for 4 in 2 generic, green and white. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest card and a basic plains card. Reveal them and put them into your hand and shuffle your library. So it goes and finds you 2 more cards. So if you're in that green-white landfall deck, it'll help you put more lands in your hand after turn 4, which is usually when you're starting to run low. And then players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. It's that anti-Rakdos, right? And then we have the foil Nissa's Zendikar. Basically a 4/4 for 4 that when it dies you return land to your hand. And another mini game. Look forward to reading through these cards, seeing what these mini games are all about. Alright. Next one coming up. We have our Swamp. Coming through these. Commons and uncommons. Ruin Crab. I kill it all the time in mono red. Our rare, Crag Crown Pathway, which on the back side has Timber Crown Pathway, so it's a green, red, choose your poison, enters the battlefield, untapped land. Then we have the foil Spitfire Lagak. I drafted it a couple of times in Arena, not sure how good it is. It's kind of top of the curve. I think it was better because I had the, can't remember what it's called, the 1 red mana 2/2 with haste, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you return a land you control to your hand. So being that it's that in the late game, mid to late game, I could bounce lands to my hand to make the Lagak a little bit better. Helped out. I'm not saying I went very far with that draft deck or not, but it is what it is. Foil Mountain to start it off. Liking the foils. And then we have Oran Reef Ooze. 2 generic and a green for a 2/2 creature ooze. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So you can make this a 3/3 or you can pump another creature. And then whenever the ooze attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Don't know if that's constructed playable, but I do know that there's definitely green-white counters, +1/+1 counters decks in draft and sealed. This is definitely a linchpin card for that. And then we have Kazul's Fury, which is the fling card, and on the back side it has a tapped, enters battlefield, tapped red land in foil, both sides foil. And there's our Drake token. So don't be afraid to leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think of the set so far. I don't know, I'm kind of excited. I'm really looking forward to stores opening up and being able to sling some of these spells across the table from friends. But in the meantime, Marine's what we've got. A lot of fun things going on here. This rare, unfortunately, isn't as exciting as I thought it would be. Coveted Prize is 4 generic and a black. it costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. So if you have a full party, it's only 1 black mana. And then you search your library for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. If you have a full party, you may cast that spell with converted mana cost 4 less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Actually, cast a spell. So you can get a more expensive spell if you have a full party for 1 black mana, and then any spell in your hand that costs 4 or less mana, you can go ahead and cast that sucker. Could be the one you got, could be one you already had, who knows. And then Inordinate Rage, the pump spell. Alright, more mini games. More content to come, huh? Oh boy, there's another list card. We got quite a few in that last video. It was like, I want to say 3 in a row. So if you want to check out some of those oldies but goodies, look back at that video. Alright. See what else we pulled there. This list, the list, as they call it, is pretty interesting. Some real good value, some real quirky cards, I guess some real iconic cards from way back when, and then honestly some real duds. So it's kind of a real mixed bag, but fun to see. Alright, so we have our rare Master of the Winds, 2 generic and 2 blue for a flying Sphinx Wizard. That's a 1/4. And then enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards and discard a card. So it's like super loot, right? 2 for 1. And then cast an instant or sorcery, or even a wizard spell, you can flip-flop the power and toughness as you see fit. And we have Foil Dreadworm, and then here is our rare, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, the Honored Physician, 1 generic and 2 green, legendary creature human. It's a 1/2 for 3 mana, tap to put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. Activate it only during your turn before attacks are declared. So you have to do it before you're able to attack with it, which is fine, I guess. A 3 mana 1/2. It's from Commander, the original Commander back in 2013. So pretty interesting little deal there. Come to think of it, I'm not sure how good that would be in my Slivers deck. I already have enough graveyard recursion in there, but that would be kind of fun to go ahead and pull back those utility slivers in Commander. That so unfortunately that section of the video, the camera stopped due to technical difficulties. I'm not exactly sure why. So those last 2 packs we don't get to take a look at, but have no fear. Still have the Expedition box topper to open up. So this is the big prize at the end of the rainbow. Kind of excited to see what we got in there. Lots of different things: Cavern of Souls, fetch lands, man lands, all kinds of interesting stuff. Alright, well, while I'm opening this up, go ahead and remind you guys that in order to win the second code of the Walking Dead Secret Lair for Magic the Gathering Online, make sure you go to the MTG Bulk Mythic Facebook page, follow the page, like and comment on the post promoting this video, tagging a friend, and we will find a winner for that prize. Alright, that will be on the 21st of October, so make sure you have your follow, like, and comment tagging your friend in before the 21st of October 2020 to make sure that you are entered in that sweepstake if you would like an opportunity to get the Magic the Gathering Online Walking Dead Secret Lair code. So now, at the moment everybody's been waiting for, including me, let's see what we've got here. A Windswept Heath. So this is the white and green fetch land. Tap, pay 1 life, sacrifice it to search your library for a Force of Plains card and put on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So pretty excited about that. Everybody wants more fetch lands. Everybody needs more fetch lands, especially in the non-rotating formats like Modern, Legacy, and Vintage. I had a lot of fun actually playing with Windswept Heaths back in the Khans of Tarkir standard because I was playing Abzan midrange. So I already have a full play set of those from Khans of Tarkir. We'll just have to see what I decide to do with this, but it's amazing art. Very, very nice looking card there. So can't be too upset about that. Again, follow the channel, like, comment, share with friends, let everybody know that we're out there, sharing our hobby together.